YouTube! So a week ago, almost exactly, I got a really bad sunburn and it was horrible, and I'm now sort of at the gross, nasty peeling stage, and it's disgusting. But life goes on, so as long as we're all on the same page about it, let's make a video. So today's video is going to be about a topic that I've been meaning to talk to you guys about for a while, but just hadn't gotten around to it, and that topic is imaginary friends. So I have these art prints on the wall in my bathroom that I look at every day before I take a shower, and it's this little boy and this little girl with their imaginary friends. I also have this children's book that I just really liked. It's called Dottie, and it's about this little girl who takes her imaginary friend everywhere, and it's this big, spotted, gigantic, scary monster. I realized that there's this trend that artists' representations of imaginary friends tend to be these big, crazy, imagination-filled monsters. They're these impossible creatures that are born out of the imaginations of children, and it's a really, really cute idea. But all of my imaginary friends growing up were humans. When I was about 5 or 6, I had this imaginary friend named Katie, who was this little girl my age that was there to play with me when my parents wouldn't let me have friends over. Not in a sad way, like I didn't have friends or anything. I had a lot of neighborhood friends that I played with all the time. Katie was just the person that I played with when there was no one else around, when my parents didn't let me have a sleepover, you know, in my room at night. One of my neighborhood friends, a boy, also had an imaginary friend like this named Bill. I'm not sure what exactly made us share our imaginary friends with each other. I can't remember what started that conversation, but sometimes we'd even let Katie and Bill hang out when we played Mortal Kombat or built things with Legos. But now, looking back at all these images and stories and paintings, was I doing it wrong? Should Katie have been 12 feet tall and fuzzy with pink fur and a beak and claws? Should Katie and I have gotten into mischief together by flying over rainbows and robbing imaginary banks? I'm not worried that I didn't have an active imagination as a child because I did lots of other creative things. I'm just worried that I kind of sold Katie short, you know? Was she sad she wasn't a snake person? Was she sad that she didn't have bouncy springs on her feet? I'm just worried that Katie could see all of the other imaginary friends, and that aside from Bill, who I'm pretty sure was just a human boy, all of the other imaginary friends were griffins made of pillows and jello unicorns, and everything was drawn in crayon. Or maybe these artist representations of imaginary friends are what our imaginary friends really look like in their parallel dimension world. I mean, we couldn't actually see them, obviously, because they were imaginary. So what if I just assumed that Katie was a human because I couldn't see her, but she was actually part kitten, part mermaid with sparkly rainbow fur and pigtails? Can someone draw that for me? I think I need to see a drawing of that. Did you ever have an imaginary friend? If so, was it a human or was it a monster? What did you visualize your imaginary friend to look like? Furthermore, what is your take on all of this? I know that imaginary friends just aren't real, so it's kind of a moot point, but I personally really liked having an imaginary friend as a kid. It was just fun to invent this whole being that I could pretend was there. And so, you know, it was something that kind of meant a lot to me as a kid, and so I'm really curious what other people think. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you like it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.